Okay, look here. I'm gonna be straight to the point with this, okay? And hear me when I'm saying this. A Quiet Place is one of, if not the best movie this year, 2018. This is the thing. John Krasinski, I believe that's his name, notably for The Office. He's directed a few episodes of The Office. He's directed maybe one film called The Hosers, and then this film, and then something else back in 2009. And for this to be really his big, grand directorial debut, he's taken the vein straight out of Jordan Peele in the horror, sci-fi, and thriller genre in and of itself. Like, he takes it by the horns and just rides with it, because there was never a point in this film where I wasn't riveted. There was never a point that I didn't feel like terror was just like grumping at my chest or my stomach. The pit of my stomach is like worry and concern and empathy and like going through all these different process things. Not just that, the whole subject matter of this film is you have a family in a place you don't know where it is. You do know a certain point in time where it takes place at, but when you're put into the situation, you're looking at it and it's like they're being very silent. The movie itself plays off of that, because there's a really great score when the score works, but then when there are nothing but silent moments, you're just sitting there like watching them do certain things methodically and trying to make sure their pacing is a certain way, what they touch, what they do, so as not to make any noise. When you realize when the noise is made, when the first noise is really made, and you see the byproduct of what that looks like, the gravity and the weight of it just shifts. Like, but the way that I think that John was able to eloquently like direct it and like shoot it is like those close-up moments where you're looking at the actor's face, their expression, where they're trying their best to make sure they don't mess up, and at the same time like looking to try to help one another. The family dynamics of this was actually very excellently done. I think that John Krasinski did a great job acting in this film as much as he did directing it, but all credit goes to, in my personal opinion, his wife, Emily Blunt. She, oh my gosh, she nails this from an acting standpoint. There was one scene, bro, when all I can say, man, I don't even know. I can't even put it in one scene, because I was going to say there's a scene in the water, and then there's another scene, but there's so many different scenes where her raw emotion is just coming out. But there's one moment I will say that I was like hurting for her. And I was like, what is she going to do? And then the thing about it, it's not just, you know, like with certain movies, like you got like, okay, this is happening to this person. And then we go from one point, we go to the next person. You know, that's kind of how the horror movies go. Like one person's catching this, another person's catching this. Imagine a film where simultaneous things are happening and one ripple effect can cause another ripple effect. I think the way that I see that this film was directed is in the very opening, where you see kind of like the first encounter of a noise and what happened from that point. That goes and reigns throughout the entire film. Like one caused a certain thing that happened, ripple affects everything else with the dynamics of the family's safety, what they're going to do, how they have to try to survive. And there are there are some sad moments in this film. There's some messed up moments in this film. But there are some glorious moments in this film. Like, there are some moments that legit, in the third and the middle act, I was like, yes, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But then you get humbled by that. You get humbled really quick. The monsters that are in the environment of this situation, a lot of people are going to think that, I don't want to say that. Take like the monsters in Stranger Things, take the monsters that you see in Resident Evil, take the monsters that you see in movies like Alien, and magnify that. These things are scary. They are, oh man, the CG is great, and they make sense for how the characters in this film have to try to survive. They make the complete sense. And the thing is, also the kids do a great job acting. And I've never seen any of the kids. It's weird because the daughter, I think her name is Millicent Simmons, she looks like a cross between John and Emily. She really does. And another one was Noah Jupe and Cad Woodard. They play Reagan, Marcus, and Abu. The weird thing is that the dad's name is Lee, the mom's name is Evelyn. And I don't know that I even knew their names. I just felt this level of tension and dread that I could not escape. I felt my chest like pounding. I felt like weight, like real weight. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like this was really happening. You know what I'm saying? And it was very well executed, very well directed, very well acted across the board. I can see why this is rated 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, because I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. And I haven't really been open about the rating system that I've been doing recently, but this movie, this is one that you owe it to yourself to watch in the movie theaters. You owe it to yourself to watch it with the crowd or with your family. I take that back. Don't take your kids to see this. I want to say if you're in a certain condition in life, you shouldn't watch this either. But I don't want to spoil anything. You just need to go and check it out. Don't look at any more trailers. I know there's a final trailer just dropped, but go and check it out on Thursday. It's worth your money. It's worth your time. And it's definitely now between this movie, Black Panther, and Ready Player One are my top 3 films this year. And this might be at my number 2. And I'm not going to tell you what my number 1 is, but either way, hear me. A Quiet Place is amazing. It is a great film. And I'm very thoroughly surprised. And I think that when I was going into it, I was very excited to watch it. I didn't feel apprehensive about whether or not it would be good or not. I just didn't know how I would come out of it. And I came out of the film like, wow. And that is a feat that John was able to actually deal with this, and more power to him, man. I'm praying that he gets more opportunities like this. He did a great job. Hopefully go ahead and check out this movie as soon as you can. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. My review for Ready Player One is coming back tonight as well. Peace, guys.